What in God's name is going on at GB News?
Hi folks, Boris Johnson here.
Who'd want to shag that?
I'm excited to say that I'm shortly going to be joining you on GB News, and I'm going to be giving this remarkable new TV channel
They're pathetic and embarrassing.
my unvarnished views on everything from Russia, China, the war in Ukraine, how we meet all those challenges.
This one divides opinion, but Marmite, yes or no?
Marmite, yes.
To the huge opportunities that lie ahead for us, why I think our best days are yet to come, and why, on the whole, the people of the world want to see more global Britain.
Just shut the fuck up. You gave us a lot of great gifts like civilization, racism, but you don't have anything going on with the food. We don't need your fucking Yorkshire pudding.
Not less. So join me on GB News for some great British television.
So, over at the home of free speech, GB News, they've alienated quite a large section of their audience recently by getting rid of Laurence Fox and then Dan Wootton and then Calvin Robinson. Why, you ask? Well, for things that they said that GB News didn't agree with. But don't worry, it's still the home of free speech, and its producers have come up with a watertight plan to recapture all of the disgruntled, disillusioned, dishevelled, possibly, we don't know, all of the viewers that they lost. And that watertight plan is they're going to take all of the spare money that they've got now that they don't have to spend on Laurence Fox, Dan Wootton and Calvin Robinson's wages, right? And they're going to funnel it all into the missing piece. The missing piece to the home of free speech. The weather vane, if you will, atop the home. He sure looks like a cock. But this cock only points one way. Surefire success for the home of free speech. Bring in former PM Boris Johnson.
It's all falling into place.
Well, with any luck, the allure of BoJo, GB News are not offering BJ to their viewers, as far as we know, yet. Hopefully the introduction of BoJo will entice the disgruntled, possibly dishevelled fans to return. Because quite frankly, GB News has been a bit milquetoast recently. Everyone calls everything milk toast, don't they now? When what they really mean is gay!
But in this specific case, the piece of paper has been signed that says that she gets money if she is got rid of, and that is what happened. Personally, as a taxpayer, I'm very comfortable with my portion of the 11 million quid for her making Nigel cross. Makes me happy.
Really, that's a very unkind and vengeful
I'm
thing
a very
to say.
unkind person.
Oh, that's very unkind and vengeful, is it, Mark Dolan? Get Laurence Fox back on.
Who'd want to shag that?
I mean, Nigel Farage he lost his bank account. You can't operate in this society without a bank account.
Why are you humouring these knobsacks? You can't operate in society without a bank account. Well, duh. I thought this was a home of free speech. I'd be like, oh, you think it's good that they took his bank account away? Well, I think you're a bitch.
That's immoral, isn't it?
But he does have a bank account. He has managed to be fine.
But he was threatened with having no bank account. Is that acceptable in your view?
It's just so low on the list of things I care about. Like, right.
Why is it so low on the list of things you care about, given the fact that you or somebody else, a friend of yours, could be debanked for their political views?
Teabagged for your political views. One of the many humiliating rituals at GB News. Poor Dan Wootton. That was probably what he was expecting the day he got called into the office and they told him he'd lost his job. Well, they sacked Laurence, but I think I'll be fine. Probably get away with a light teabagging. I'm sorry I enabled Laurence. No, Dan. No teabagging this time. You've gone way too far this time. Ooh. That would have been hilarious back in the 70s. Anyway, on a slightly more serious and frankly concerning note, I was on Twitter the other day and I saw a tweet by Laurence Fox, and all I've got to say to GB News is I hope you're happy with yourselves. Laurence Fox is a shell of his former self, I think he's losing his mind. Got in one of London's brilliant black cabs on the way back from a meeting. The driver immediately says, What the fuck, Loz? Why are they cancelling everyone? What are you going to do? I was like, well, not give up, I suppose. He grabbed a Bible from the rack above his head and said, I mean, I'm carrying a fucking Bible around. This stuff is fucks, and I'm a fucking Buddhist. So we're sat there and I read Psalm 139 on the way through London traffic, and we get back to my house and he says, that's on me, and tell Calvin Robinson he's a hero. Thanks for lifting my spirits, Stuart. A pleasure to ride with you. You made my day. And you are right. Calvin Robinson is a hero. And then everyone started clapping. As if that ever happened. And if it did, because let's face it, life is weird. Weird things happen. Don't tell anyone about it. Best case scenario, they don't believe you. Worst case scenario, they believe you. That you sat and read Psalms with a fucking psychopath taxi driver. Oh, Loza, what's going on? I've got a Bible. I'm a fucking Buddhist. Okay. Oh, that Calvin Robinson, he's my hero, he is. Jesus! Now, this is just me talking, right? If I'm in that situation, I'm not taking the Buddhist taxi driver's Bible and picking out my favourite psalm to read to him. I am pulling the pin out of my rape alarm. There were loads of people in the comments under that tweet sort of going, oh, that's my favourite psalm too. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that what you're taking away from that tweet? Ah, yes. Excellent choice, Loza. Good old Psalm 139. That's my go-to in situations like that. Oh, really? I'm more of a Psalm 82 kind of guy. American Psycho vibes. Yes, it is. And I think that's all I've got to say about this one. Yep. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like, subscribe, all of those kinds of things. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.